Come on, man. Y'all see the fit. Y'all see the fit, man. Look at the little button. Look at the hat. We don't just love this movie. We are this movie. We are Sinners. Doing a review, a little bit of analysis, sharing our thoughts. This is one of the best movies I've watched in a really long time, and I can't wait to talk more about it. I mean, I'll be honest, this review is not going to be that long because I feel as if I start talking about the things that I love about this movie, I'm going to be here for hours. And I'm going to make other videos talking about other things that I have to say and analyze. But for now, I just want to give you my preliminary thoughts. No real spoilers, but if you don't want to know anything about the movie, I would just skip it and come back after. First things first, I think we need to give flowers to Ryan Coogler, man. This guy is already a legend, and he is already, I think, one of the best black directors ever outright. But I also think that he is one of the best character writers in Hollywood, period. The way that this man is able to consistently create these antagonists, villains, but also just characters in general that audiences resonate with so deeply, to me, is unheard of. And he's done this now in multiple movies, and it's like this is clearly the talent that this guy possesses, which makes his movies so singular, so unique. And that's what it feels like. That you can tell it's a Ryan Coogler movie, and it isn't necessarily in the style, but it is in the substance. And that's him, and we got to give him his flowers for that, because this man, as young as he is, he's doing it like I've never seen anybody do it. It genuinely makes me like emotional just talking about how fantastic this guy is. No cap. Of course, you have to talk about the cast, and the cast is phenomenal. Similar to like a Wes Anderson movie, this cast is so colorful and so perfectly casted, and even actors in smaller roles are just doing exactly what they're meant to be doing, what they should be doing, and it contributes to the movie so well as a whole. It's clear that everybody involved cared about this, because there's not a single even good performance in this. It's just great performances. It's just fantastic performance. Yeah, I mean, Wumni Mosaku, Haley Steinfeld, Delroy Lindo, Omar Miller, Lee Jun Lee, Jamie Lawson, Jack O'Connell, and of course, Michael B. Jordan, who is just unreal. I know people have made jokes, but genuinely, I genuinely was watching this movie knowing that this guy is one person, and by the middle of the movie, I had completely forgotten. I had completely forgotten. They have done something here, and I'll be honest, I don't like the twin trope. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's very corny usually, but it works so well here because the performances are so distinct between Smoke and Stack that you forget. And it sounds crazy, but like genuinely, you just forget that they're two people, and that also helps with like chemistry of the two co-stars who are definitely helping with that, which is obviously, Wunmi Mosako and Haley Steinfeld, who are just both just unreal, honestly, unreal in this movie. Actresses that after this, to me, should be booked and busy till Kingdom Come, like phenomenal. And the whole cast is, like I said, like everybody's just doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they clearly care about this. Oh, did I forget Miles Catton as well? The newcomer onto the scene, like what a guy, man. Honestly, like what a talent. The fact that this is his first movie, he's fantastic. I hope he keeps acting. I know he's a musician, but I hope he keeps acting because clearly he has a talent for it. I'm just so, the word I can use honestly is proud. I'm very proud of this cast for what they're doing. And Michael B. Jordan, I think he needs an Oscar for this. He needs a nom at least. He needs a nomination at least. And while we're on the topic, Jack O'Connell, who plays Remick in this movie, needs a nomination as well. I think this is going to go down as one of the most iconic villain performances of all time. And I know it sounds like I'm being overreactive, but I think upon the first rewatch, you get so engulfed in the story of Michael B. Jordan and the Smokestack twins and Wumney and Wumney and Haley Steinfeld's character, that you kind of forget that this guy is a dude who basically shows up with 45 minutes left in the movie and steals the fucking show. This dude is the presence that this guy has. I'm gonna make another video on him just in general. This guy needs an Oscar nomination. This movie does not work if this guy isn't as good as he is. As good as everything else is. This does not work without this gentleman's performance and Michael B. Jordan's performance. This movie does not work. The movie basically hinges on these two gentlemen right here. So to me, they both need this nomination because as great as the script is, everything, this movie doesn't hit without them. Another thing is, obviously, we have to talk about the music. And Ludwig Göransson, who now has collaborated with Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan on multiple projects, and I think we need to give Ludwig his flowers as well. In terms of a composer that can drive a film top to bottom from score to score, I don't think there's anybody else working. Maybe Sans Hans Zimmerman that can touch this guy. He seemingly has an understanding of not only stories in general, but specifically Ryan Coogler and the story that he's trying to tell and the emotions that he's trying to arise in his audience. Because every single time you pair his writing with Ludwig's composition, you just get these moments that are just unreal, that feels surreal to watch and to experience. And I want to talk about two songs in particular that make me really feel this way. And the first one obviously is I Lied to You, performed by Miles Catton with Ludwig, who does this composition at the end of it, which obviously goes into this surreal montage that we get of Black music making its way through past, present, and future. And I think if you ask Ryan Coogler, what scene are you most proud of filming, of getting on film, I think he'll say this one, because it's so important, it's so big, it's so large, and it's done so well, executed so well, just bringing all the themes of the movie together so beautifully and delicately. And it's held together by Granison's score. This guy is different, man. This guy's absolutely different. And watching it kind of stirred this emotion in me that, I really didn't expect to feel when watching this, which is that this pride in terms of the journey that we are all on. The soundtrack and the score for this movie are both something I feel like everybody needs to be listening to nonstop for the next 2 months, because again, and that's the thing too, like, he's really produced a double album here, because he's done the composition and the score, and he's done the soundtrack with multiple artists, and both are fantastic. And if this guy doesn't get an Oscar nomination, I genuinely think the Oscars is racist. And I know it sounds funny because he's a white guy from Sweden, and it's like, how does this white guy from Sweden really get it? But this has to be the best score. I'll be very, very surprised, very hard pressed to find a score that's released this year that is better than what I've heard in Sinners. The second song that I wanted to talk about, which really resonated with me deeply, is actually from the score. It's not from the soundtrack technically, which is that of the theme, the Smokestack Twins. This particular piece of music, I think, immediately just makes you reflect and think on the journey, not only of the two gentlemen, but of Black people in the Americas period, and reflecting on my own heritage. My grandmother coming from Jamaica, a British colony, coming over here, undocumented in Canada in the 80s, trying to make a way for her two daughters who she had to leave behind, scrubbing toilets, doing the dirty work for years until she can get her documentation and bring her daughters over for a better life, and therefore bring me over and my future self for a better life. So I'm standing here. It genuinely made me emotional, because it makes you realize that we are all, the sum of our ancestors, the sum of the hopes and dreams of people that have lived before us, that we've never met, that we've never got to thank, but somebody paid that forward for you. And that's what that particular song, and so much of the music, but that particular song really feels like. It feels like that journey of trying to, which is a big theme in the movie, be free, find freedom, arrive at freedom. It made me emotional, genuinely. I get emotional even talking about it. Like, this movie is special. This movie is really, really special. If I have to give it a rating, I have to go with a 4.8. I don't even know what a 4.9 or a 5 looks like, but this is as close to perfection as a movie can get for me. And I think that one could argue that there are movies that are more complex, that are more technical, but I think it's important to judge every movie by the standard of, did this movie accomplish what it was set out to do? And I think there's very few movies that can say that like the way that this one can. Say that there was something that they went out to accomplish, a message that they were trying to convey, a story that they were trying to tell, and it lands completely with the audiences. It's quite remarkable, especially for a movie that is I guess not rated R, but pretty violent, like 14A. This movie is probably going to make back its money at the box office. Ryan Coogler, of course, has a revolutionary deal regarding this movie that's going to change industry in and of itself. To be honest, I feel an immense sense of pride just to be in proximity, no pun intended, by skin color to the people that have worked on this movie. It makes me proud to be Black, if I can say that, which I don't know why I can't, but it makes me proud to be Black. And I think even if you aren't Black, it makes you proud to be from somewhere. And we're all from somewhere. We're all journeying to somewhere, and our ancestors come from somewhere, and we are in a constant perpetual state of going forward and searching for, in pursuit of, our freedom, our happiness. Any other side notes that I have? Yeah, everybody's freaked out in this movie. Everybody is freaked the hell out. I mean, "Do you want some?" is one of the craziest. That's a freaky line, man. That's a freaky line. I don't know why Coogler did that, man, but he did it. He did it. I guess he did it. I can't say nothing about it. He did it. I love a period piece. I love a period piece so much, and I think that this particular time period in this particular place has so much great story potential. People want a sequel for this movie, probably regarding the Smokestack Twins origin. I'll be honest, I think that this movie kind of is made to be a standalone, and the lore is so rich that we want to think about what comes next. But on its own, I think this is the way the movie was intended to be. But yeah, man, it's special. It's honestly special. I don't really else to say besides that. Go see the movie. Once again, it's been, you know that I'm real, keeping it real, being real, real. Y'all take care of yourselves. Hope to see you soon. Peace and love. I appreciate all the support. Take it easy.